I welcome you to the day 4 of Faculty Development Program on leveraging healthcare, innovations, technology, and applications is sponsored by AICTE and organized by the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, National Institute of Engineering Technology, India. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome Professor Mayank Aggarwal, who is here with us today to share his knowledge on exploring blockchain and its application in healthcare. Professor Mayank Agarwal is currently working as a professor and HOD in computer science and engineering at the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Gurukul Kangri University, Haridwar, a certified IBM Artificial Intelligence Practitioner Badge holder awarded by IBM as IBM Generative AI Vetsorex Faculty Award 2024. Sir has 8 patents to his credit in the fields of blockchain, cloud computing, IoT, and AI. Sir has 20 years of experience in the academics and love to deliver inspiring and technical talks, and has been a gold medalist and university topper in BTech. Did BTech honors in computer science and engineering, MTech, and PhD in computer science and SFRF. Professor Mayank has more than 50 papers in reputed journals and conferences, conducting more than 150 workshops and training in cloud computing and blockchain, with some on behalf of IBM partners, co-ordinators for the technology Sangam, an initiative by UCOST students on different technologies at Uttarakhand. Teaching is an art, but only knowledge can put colors in this art. Have been conferred with the Best Teacher of Computer Science and Engineering Award by his faculty and Most Popular Teacher of Faculty of Engineering and Technology. Conferred with the IBM TGMC Mentor Awards in 2013 by IBM. Have developed a MOOCs course on blockchain on the Swayam portal. A life member of CSI, IETE, ISCA, have contributed in CSI at various levels as Honor Secretary CSI Haridwar chapter in 2014 to 2016, Chairman 2017 to 18, actively involved in various social activities of the Red Cross and Bharat Vikas Parishad, editor for CSI Journal for Computing and editorial board member for International Journal of Current Engineering and Scientific Research, a UGC approved journal. I would like to invite Professor Mayank Agarwal to start the session. Sir, please.
Thank Thank you, ma'am, uh, for a detailed introduction, though not needed. First of all, I'm very thankful and glad to see Shelly, ma'am, in a virtual mode. Very sorry, ma'am, I'm not in a position to open my camera. Uh, it is an honor for
I
me.
can understand. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. And I would like to welcome on behalf of NIT Delhi, Department of Computer Science and Department of EC. So I, along with my co-coordinator, welcome you, sir. Thank you so much for your patience and understanding. And thank you for giving us the talk at this particular moment of time. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
ma'am. It is an honor for me and to be associated with you and your organization. So, without taking much time of the audience, I am very thankful to the audience also who have chosen a very so many FDPs are going on, but this is one of the FDP which caught my eyes also. And in fact, I would love to attend all the sessions. It is a very meticulously planned FDP by Shelly ma'am and his and her team. So to proceed further, let me share the screen and then we'll proceed further. See what we have. I have planned is we'll be speaking on a. First of all, I would like to congratulate all of you also that you all are really very intellectuals that you have joined for this FDP and planned uh, to join this FDP. And I can understand that in this evening time, 6 p.m. to 7:30 till 9, this FDP would be going on. It is difficult for all of you to find out the time from your schedule also. So the screen is already there. Now, friends, in the afternoon time, all of us are faculty members. You must be busy with your college life, your institute life, now attending this FDP. One request I would like to make before I begin with this online teaching has made something very difficult, that we actually do not know whether we are connected or not. And without connecting, just for the sake of joining and without listening, without interacting, the FDPs does not become fruitful. I would request all of you to please be interactive. In case there is any doubt, do interact, do stop me in between without any hesitation. And to make it more meaningful, I would request all of you that do answer the queries which I ask in between. So I hope the screen is visible. It is visible to me because, yes. Okay. So to begin with, what we have planned for today in this 1.5 hour or so, that I'll be speaking something on blockchain. I'll be exploring blockchain with the very basics, and then we'll be seeing a case study of blockchain with health industry. So before I proceed, 70 participants who have joined with us, all faculty members from AICT approved institutes, so all from computers, electronics, electrical, means all from an engineering campus, I believe. So there are certain technologies which are mentioned on the screen, which you can see. I would request any volunteer, any participant to speak on the first technology which is written on the screen. Please, whatever he or she feels
Cloud
that,
computing.
yeah. So can you just Ritu ma'am, है ना? Ritu James, है ना? If I'm not wrong. So if you could just throw some light, what do we understand by this term?
I don't know much idea, but I'm basically belongs to electronics background.
Well, great, great, great. Please. Any 75 of us are connected.
Uh, Sir, myself is Jajit Singh.
Yeah.
The artificial intelligence means that the any work that can be done by the machine or any algorithm that is developed through the software, and machine can operate the based human intelligence based scenario. That is the artificial intelligence.
Great,
Am
sir.
I?
Great, 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 sir. Any idea of cloud computing, the first term which is written on this?
Good evening, sir. If I
Yeah.
am not wrong, cloud computing is something related to storage.
Great. It is something related to storage. Very right.
Sir,
More
storage over the internet.
storage over the internet. Great, great, great. Any more answers? Okay. So cloud computing,
Sir,
some answers we have got.
sir, can I
Please, please.
give some answer, sir? Okay.
Yeah, you may please.
Sir, yeah, like Google, Microsoft, and the web browsing providing companies having some external storage within that company, and they provide some memories to the subscribers.
Yeah.
And we can easily put and retrieve our data as well as the.
Yeah, please, please, please. Great, great. You can easily put and retrieve the data. Very good, sir. You are Arjun, sir. है ना? So now all
Am I
the
right, sir?
teachers have, yeah, all are right. All are right. All the answers are right. So a little bit of cloud computing means a major portion of cloud computing has been told by the participants. Before I proceed, let me just share the terminology in a much elaborative way. See, cloud computing is something where we are taking the resources of the computer. The resources may be storage, the resources may be network, the resources may be the processor, the resources may be RAM, the resources may be any resource of the computer. You are using that resource without actually buying that resource. So companies are using the resources of some other companies to develop their own softwares, to put their own applications in those company softwares. For example, you are accessing IRCTC nowadays. If you remember that 10 years down the line, during Tatkal booking, it was very difficult to log in into an IRCTC website. Or on a big billion sale, the Flipkart used to crash. Now these things are not happening anymore. Why these things are not happening anymore? Because these companies have shifted their data to a service which is known as cloud computing. Like Sir has said that many companies like Google is providing the cloud, Microsoft is providing the cloud, AWS is providing the cloud. So what is this cloud? This cloud is the resources of the computers being provided to the users. For more example, the Google Drive which you are using, the WhatsApp you are using, the Gmail you are using, at the back end, you are using the services of the cloud computing provider. The Google Drive is one of the example which all of you must be using of a cloud computing, which comes under storage. So there are different type of services. We will not speak on those services today. The topic is not meant for cloud computing. I'm just trying to link certain things and to find out that uh, where we stand today. So cloud computing is one of the technology which is widely used in different domains, whether it is health, whether it is accounts, whether it is supply chain, whether it is secure, means it is used in different domains and all the industries are using it. Next come the buzzword or the technology which is in high demand nowadays. Everywhere you see AI, AI, AI. Any newspaper you pick, you will find an article of artificial intelligence. Any website you see, you will find an article of artificial intelligence, machine learning. So this is something which is very common, but I would like to hear from any one of you something about artificial intelligence in very simple terms. Any participant, if could help me. See, this thing will give me a feeling that actually we are connected because we cannot see each other without eye contact in an online mode. Interaction is the best way, I believe. Artificial intelligence, anyone? Are we connected? Definitely. Who answers?
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Yeah, please.
Artificial intelligence, uh, which is opposite to natural intelligence,
Yeah.
and also depends upon the data which are given in the internet or any storage. These are some like which manage to provide
Great, great, great. Artificial intelligence means which is opposite something to natural. Means machine is doing your task. Hmm? Any simple examples if we talk about like Alexa play.
provided data.
Yeah. So when we give an example like Alexa, play this song for me. Bixby, do this thing for me. This is what you are doing is you are using an AI application. So these are the simple examples of artificial intelligence which you are using in your daily life. है ना? Artificial intelligence. For computing, we will not speak today. And the fourth thing which is written is big data. Any idea? Big data or data analytics, something anyone would like to say.
7:40 ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਆਈ ਹੈ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਆਣੇ ਦੀ ਇੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਖਲੋਤੇ ਰਹੇ ਅਸੀਂ 5 ਮਿੰਟ ਹਾਂ
Please, anyone.
विकास आप म्यूट कर सकते हैं ऋचा विकास
I think it is a collection of data, sir, actually, in a large number of data. which can be used for further processes. It may be used as a
Great. So large number of data. The big data itself shows, na? The name itself shows that big data. And now many of you must have experienced something that you buy something and you get the advertisement related to what you buy. So data analytics, someone is playing at the background and you are seeing those ads. Why I'm sharing all these technologies with you today is that all these technologies are something which, though means we are connected but we are not, means people are not responding, this is a human psychology, but I firmly believe that all of you must have heard of these technologies and you are well aware of these things, and we know that these technologies are something which are well in there in the market and they are widely used. Therefore I am sharing all these things with you. Now, cloud computing is widely used, AI we know is widely used, data analytics is something which is widely used. For computing, we will not speak today. And all these technologies have a common concern, they have a common issue. Can anyone guess what is the common issue these technologies face? What is the common issue with these technologies face? No answers. Okay. Now, okay, this all these technologies are playing with the data. If we talk about artificial intelligence is also the machine requires data. Cloud computing, it is increasing your computation speed, your data is being processed fast. Big data, again, the data is being analyzed. So all these technologies are playing with the data. And it might be your data, it might be some secure data, it might be any data. So this, what concerns to us is the security of the data. At the end of the day, all of us are worried that if I'm saving my data in Google Drive, if I'm posting some post on Facebook, if I'm doing something, so whether this data would be hacked, whether this data would be misused or not. So the concern of all these technologies is security. Now all of us watch movies, isn't it? अब एक मूवी आई थी बहुत पहले, मुझे ऐसे ध्यान आ रहा है तो मैंने कहा शेयर कर लेते हैं, बाहुबली, है ना? तो उसमें एक आया था कि कटप्पा ने बाहुबली को क्यों मारा. एंड हियरिंग दिस थिंग दैट कटप्पा ने बाहुबली का क्यों मारा, द बाहुबली 2 जब आई, इट बिकेम फेमस बिफोर इट was released. People were mad to see this movie. So when cloud computing came and we started preaching cloud computing, so we used to give an example that cloud computing is Bahubali of Indian, is an to Indian cinema movie in terms of technology. Similarly, nowadays there's a movie Pushpa 2. Everyone going back, you know, that to see Pushpa 2, Pushpa 2. So the technology which we'll be speaking today, blockchain, you can think of it that it is Pushpa 2 of computer science technology. Blockchain is Pushpa 2 is computer science technology. Now, what is blockchain? So let's start our journey for blockchain now. The term, it's any idea? Can I get any answers before I proceed? That do we know what is blockchain? It will give me an idea that up to what level I have to speak. See, if no answers would be there, I'll speak in a very basic manner and with definitions we'll go.
Yes, sir. This is a distributed ledger kind of thing, where all the transactions they are linked with each other, as if in a doubly linked list kind of thing. So we can't change, the hash of one without changing the hash of all others. And then it provides security in that manner. It's nearly
Great,
impossible to
great,
kind of make changes.
great. Aarti,
Also,
ma'am,
it works in a decentralized manner.
also
Sorry,
it
come
works in
again?
a decentralized manner. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
great,
in
great,
decentralized.
great.
Yes,
Aarti, ma'am, from which institution?
Delhi University.
Delhi University. And someone also answered from decentralized manner. I couldn't see the name. Himanshu sir, was it you?
Yes, I'm from IT Delhi.
NIT Delhi itself. Okay, it works in a decentralized manner. Great. Any more answers? This would help me a lot. Okay, so Aarti ma'am and Himanshu sir are very right. Yeah, Srinath sir, you would say something?
it may be a process of store the data in a blocked manner. Am I right?
Yeah, great. Process to store the data in a block manner. है ना? I
Yes.
always believe
Yes.
that every answer is right in computer science. You just have to think in that manner. Great, Srinath sir. You belongs to which college or university, sir? Srinath sir.
Sir, I'm from Sri Manakula Vinayagar Engineering College, Puducherry, sir. I'm
Puducherry.
from biomedical department background.
Biomedical department. Great, 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 sir. Great. है ना? So it is my honor to be in this FDP where intellectuals from so many different universities have connected. Thank you all for being connected with me and listening patiently. So blockchain, as Aarti ma'am has already said, something decentralized and security and these things dealing with it. So out of 110, we have got 3 responses. One more minute just to decide from where to start. Those who are unable to speak, if they can just write a one in the chat window if they know what is blockchain. One minute with you to write one if you know what is blockchain. If you type one in the chat, it means that you know. If you do not type one, it means the participants are not aware of what is blockchain. There is no second option that you are not listening. So I'm not giving that option. No? Okay, so no option. So it means that the participants do not know what is blockchain. Okay, we got one. So out of 110, 3 answers, and one was there. One is there. So 4, 5 we can assume. Okay, so thank you for the responses. So let's proceed further to understand more of what is blockchain. Now, those who have answered that they know blockchain, I request them that to answer the queries which I'll be asking now. Okay. And those who do not know what is blockchain, I'll try my best and I could make a promise with you that by the end of this session, you will come to know what is blockchain. And those who know what is blockchain, they will also gain certain insight. I'll be sharing certain resources with them. Now, all mics on mute for the moment. We will be listening a very interesting story to understand what is blockchain. Now, let us assume that the 120 participants, those who have us connected today, live together in a society. And we all decide that let us all contribute certain amount of money for certain celebration which is going on in and around or for the betterment of the society, whatever may be the reason. So we all start contributing certain amount of money, whatever is our wish. And for this collection, please, all mics on mute. Uh, and for this, let me mute Vidya, man. Thank you. Now, uh, for this collection, what we do is we depute an old man who lives among us in a society to keep the records of the money being given by any one of us. For example, Srinath sir gives 100 rupees. That old man write it down in his register that Srinath sir has given 100 rupees. Like this, that old man is keeping the record. What happens after a period of 4, 5 months? We are in need of that money, and we send Aarti ma'am and Himanshu sir to that old man's house to kindly get the money back from his house, from him. But astonishingly and unfortunately, when ma'am and sir goes to his house, they found that Vidya ma'am or sir, please mute. Let me mute you. They found that astonishingly or unfortunately that old man has passed away last night. And they return back to us, and Aarti ma'am inform us that that old man has passed away. So we all say, okay, we can't help now. So after a period of 10, 15 days, again, Himanshu sir goes to that old man house and he speaks to his son that your father was keeping a record where in his Almira, where there was a register in which he was putting all the records at how much money we have collected, and the money was also there in the locker. So kindly hand over the register and the amounts kept safely in the locker over there in his room. The son opens the almirah and the locker. Astonishingly, there was no register and no amount was there. So he returns back and he tells us that there was no register and no amount was there. But this was only a story, nothing to do with the real life. Now, having said all this thing, kindly answer this question. Take a moment, compare this story with computer science, make it as an analogous to computer science. Whatever technology, whatever networking, whatever terminology of computer science you have studied till now, try to correlate this story with computer science and tell me that how this story is related with computer science. If I have to make an analogy between computer science and this story, I am giving you a hint that over here, no answers are wrong. All answers are correct, whatever you will be saying. But it depends upon the examiner. So, what I am trying to hear, for that, I am giving you a hint. Over here, that single man was keeping the record. If that single man goes away, my record goes away. So, it is analogous to what type of computing? Platform is open for you all. You can use the chat window or you can unmute yourself. Oh, great. We have already received one answer.
Sir, maybe it can be a cause of that breaking the chain between two informative blocks. It
Nothing to do with
may
blockchain. I
represent
have not
this.
started blockchain, sir. Nothing to do with blockchain.
Oh,
Do not think of blockchain at the moment, please. I've said that anything you have studied up till now in computer science, compare it with that thing. Two answers I've got in the chat window. Great, great, great. Okay. So we'll hear from ma'am. I would request N. Sumanthi ma'am, joined by the name of Miss N. Sumanthi bracket CSC. You have answered it. A centralized server maintain all persons record. Could you please elaborate if it is possible for you to unmute? I would request you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Able to hear me?
Yeah, please, please.
Sir, what I mean is server which maintains the details of all the person's transactions. If that server goes down or it is being hacked and all the details pertaining to the transactions are being lost.
Great, great, great. Ma'am, you belong to which campus or university?
So I'm from Dr. Magalingam College of Engineering Technology, Coimbatore.
Coimbatore. You have heard this story before of mine?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Non-reputation in computer networks. Great, 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 Dr. Shana. So all answers are correct. We have got two, three answers, and anyone would like to speak something? No? See, over here means we can relate it with so many things, but what I basically mean to say is that the scenario where we generally live is, for example, you go to the bank and the bank person say, "Oh, you have to wait for some time because the server is not working." We go for railway reservations and you say that the server is not working. Though these things now server not working has decreased a lot. So this was the time era of centralized computing. Still, we are living in that era, centralized computing, where there is a central server. Everything is controlled by that central server. If that central server goes down, everything goes down. So over here, that old man was our central server. He dies away, all the data is gone. Am I clear? Have I made my point? What is centralized computing? The story was to explain what is centralized computing. Is it clear? If it is clear, just type 2 in the chat window. Thank you. So let's come with the third second part of the story. Now I'll go a little faster. The second part of the story is now again all of us start contributing, but this time instead of one man, we depute five people who are keeping the record. And these five people are keeping the record. What happens? A new member comes into our society, and that new member finds that these five people are keeping the record, but none of us means none of us other than these five people are keeping the record that how much amount who has given. Only these five people are keeping the record. So this new member is very sharp. He talks to those five people. He become friendly with these five people, and he explains to them that why don't you manipulate the records. For example, Aarti ma'am has given 100 rupees. Why don't you all five write 90 rupees? Similarly, he say that Jagdish sir has given to 500 rupees. Why don't you write 400 rupees? And these five people also come to think that others are not knowing how much money who has given. So let us do the manipulations in this record, and they do the manipulations in the record. After a certain time, when we need our money back, we go to these five people and we say that give the, and we ask them that whatever money has been deposited, please give. So whatever money they were having after the manipulations, they give to us. This is not a real time story. And we think, okay, only this much amount must have been deposited. To make it more real time, let us give an example that Aarti ma'am thinks कि जगजीत सर ने कम दिए थे, जगजीत सर सोचते हैं आरती मैम ने कम दिए थे, एक दूसरे ने कितना दिया था ये तो किसी को पता ही नहीं था. So this was the second part of the story where we are getting something but not actually what we deposited. And over here, instead of one person, five people were keeping the record. Again, making it an analogous to computer science. What does it, what analogy does it takes? So majority of the time I'm using English, only 2-3 words I think it was in Hindi. I'll concentrate more. So nice of you to bring it into the attention. Yeah. Any answers? The second part of the story is great, great, great. Any more answers? If anyone could unmute and speak. First was centralized computing. The second would be
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, please.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, please, audible.
Yeah, I think according to me, it could be like a community or a group having all the power of thing.
Great.
So
Great.
I'm not able to find the correct word for it, but group computing, I'm not sure it is the correct word for it. So
Great, great,
that
great, great. Great, great, Artika ma'am. Yeah,
Hello, sir.
yeah, please.
Since it is a decentralized manner, if one person is not available, we can get the details or registers from the others.
Great, decentralized. Very rightly said, ma'am. Very rightly said, sir. Atika ma'am was also right. Now, see, the first story was centralized computing, everything depending upon that centralized person. The second story, instead of one person, instead of one server, we are having five servers. So we have decentralized the task. Central means एक ही authority, a central authority. In decentralization, we are having more than one authority. So we have decentralized the task. So in decentralization, we are in a much better position. The second part was the decentralized computing. Now, the third part of the story, listen to this part very carefully. In the third part of the story, every one of us is maintaining the record. Means how much ma'am, how much amount Artika ma'am has given. Sheena sir is also writing, Himanshu sir is also writing, Arti ma'am is also writing, I am also writing. Every one of us is writing the record that how much amount has been given by whom. So each one of us is maintaining a record. Each one of us is maintaining a ledger where how much amount has been given by whom, and it is visible to all of us. So this third scenario where every one of us is keeping the record and all of us are from different locations in India. Some was from Pondicherry, some was from Chennai, some from Delhi. I am speaking from Haridwar. So all of us are geographically distributed and all of us are keeping the record. So this third scenario, I said distributed computing, where all of us are keeping the record. So we have up till now, we have gone through three terminologies of computer science. One was centralized computing, second was decentralized computing, and third is distributed computing, where all of us are keeping the record and we are geographically distributed. Having said all this, I would request if these three terminologies are clear, just write a 3 in the chat window. Your small type would give me an inspiration to continue. And if it is not clear, kindly unmute and ask your doubt. Great, great, great. If any doubt to anyone, then kindly unmute. Okay, so these terminologies are clear. Now we come to this terminology which is blockchain. Blockchain depends upon decentralization and distributed computing. It is depending on decentralization and distributed computing. Now it is a technology, it is a protocol, it is a platform which uses decentralization and distributed. Now, what is it? Just concentrate on the diagram given on the screen. All of you must be familiar of linked list. It would be foolishness to ask that whether all of you know linked list or not. Being from computer science or engineering background, all of you must be familiar of linked list. Like a linked list, there is a node divided in two parts, one part having the address of the next node and the other part having the data. So block chain, the term itself says blocks connected together in a chain. The blocks, as told by the participants in the beginning itself, that these blocks store certain data in a distributed and a decentralized fashion. What is distributed and decentralized, I have already told. And this data is stored in such a way that it becomes secure. The blocks are linked with other blocks in such a way that it becomes secure. And this chaining is done in such a way that it is very difficult to break a block. So this technology where this concept is being used to give security to the data using decentralization, distributed computing, along with certain cryptographic algorithms is known as blockchain. So what is blockchain? We'll be starting our journey to the definition of blockchain now. But after this story, a little bit of blockchain. What is blockchain? A technology, a protocol. You can think of it as a protocol where data is being made secure due to certain features of it. Now, blockchain is a multi-purpose technology. It can be used for various purposes. You can use it for any type of record keeping, whether it is an hospital record, whether it is your educational institution record, whether it is a supply chain record, whether it is land registries record. But It is only used when there are large number of users, large number of people who will be using this application, and these people do not know each other or they do not trust each other, where security is required. If security is not an issue, then we do not use blockchain. It is wastage of resources and it is very costly affair. So it can be used for different purposes. In India, I would like to ask any participant if it is possible for to answer either through the chat or the uh, and by unmuting. In India, which state was the first to use by which state was first to use blockchain as a technology by a government department? Means the state government used blockchain in which state? Any ideas? Many of you might be belonging to that state, but not knowing that at the back end the government is using blockchain over there. Any idea? No? Okay. Kerala. Great, great, great. Telangana. Great, great, great. Uh, the participant who has written Telangana can please unmute and speak something if possible. Is it possible, sir or ma'am? Because you've registered by some roll number. Okay, some noise there. Okay. So in chat, you belong to Telangana? In chat, if it is possible to write. No. Okay. But the answer is very correct. Telangana was the first state which used blockchain for land registries record. Which used land registries record. Now, what is this blockchain we'll be speaking about? But before we speak of blockchain, let me tell a use case of it. That it is keeping the records and you cannot delete the block in between. So it gives security. This is understood. Now, what does it mean? It is, for example, there is a land which belongs to Himanshu sir. This record would be recorded in a block. Now, Himanshu sir says that record to says that land to Aarti ma'am. It again becomes a record and it is written into the block. And the entire block chain, first block, second block, it keeps on growing. The chain keep on growing. It is visible to all of us. Now, say some XYZ person comes and he tries to say that this land belongs to me and he's selling to someone. It would be visible on the blockchain that no, this record belongs to Aarti ma'am and it is not possible to delete this record. No forgery can be done. So because of it, this security point blockchain is widely used for securing the data. It is widely used in healthcare also. I'll be sharing a case study of my own paper published for healthcare after the end of this during the in last 5-10 minutes of the session to focus on healthcare applications of blockchain. So it is can be used in such a way. Now to proceed further, what basically blockchain is, let us see certain definitions of blockchain and we'll go little fast so that it gives us time to see certain practical thing also. Now blockchain is a distributed ledger. A ledger is a record keeping thing. For example, the register where that old man was keeping the record. In the second example, those five people were keeping the record. In the third example, every one of us were keeping a record with us. So the register where we are keeping the record was a ledger and it is a distributed ledger, geographically distributed different locations. Blockchain is a database where you are storing your data. But the main thing is that it is an append only database. You cannot delete something from it. And it is a permission based. It is not that anyone can put anything. It requires certain permissions. Depending upon the application we are writing, it depends upon the application. Fourth definition says that you can treat blockchain as a data structure like a linked list, which is storing your data on a distributed network of computers. Remember that it is geographically distributed and decentralized. Decentralized over here means that there is no central system like a bank which is controlling each and everything. For a transition to be done, over here the transition can be a land transition. Over here the transition can be the attendance of the students. It can be anything. For this, there is no central system which is keeping as a central authority in between. It is a decentralized network. The second definition goes like this. If you can just read it down, I will speak also. A blockchain is a database where information is chronologically stored in a continuously growing chain of blocks, implemented in a decentralized network in a way which creates data integrity, trust, and security for the nodes without the need for central authorities or intermediary. Go through the definition for 30 seconds, and then if any query, do ask either through chat or from. No queries? So let me ask a query then. A blockchain is a database where information is chronologically stored. What do you mean by chronologically stored over here? What is the meaning of chronologically
Sir,
stored?
sir,
Yeah, please.
chronologically means it is stored with the date or with the size of data.
Great. Chronologically stored means it is stored in some order. Now, over here, the order is timestamp. The date and time when the
Okay.
block is created, when the transaction is taking place. This chronology is one of the reason of security that Himanshu sir sold the land at on 18th December at 5:50 p.m. It is time stamped. It is stored and this transaction was done. So over here, this selling of a land is a transaction in terms of blockchain terminology. Any event which is happening is a transaction in blockchain terminology. So because of this time stamping, it is providing a security. So it is stored in a chronologically stored, and it is continuously growing, wasting memory and all these things. Doubts must be coming, but we'll park those doubts of wasting memory and all for the moment. The third definition. Blockchain can be regarded as a global spreadsheet or an incorruptible digital ledger where financial transactions and any data or asset can be represented, shared, and transacted with. What is blockchain? You can think of it as a global spreadsheet. For example, your Google Sheets. But in a Google Sheet, anyone can change. You can share the Google Sheets with anyone, but changes can be done. So it is an incorruptible Google Sheet where nothing can be changed, but you can use it for any type of transactions. I said that you can use it for land registries, you can use it for maintaining the attendance of your students, you can use it for maintaining any hospital records, you can use it for maintaining any birth records, you can use it for maintaining any death records. So it can be used for any transactions, for any asset which can be represented, shared, and transacted with. The I would like to share one of the application of blockchain when blockchain was in its early stages. Two foreigners got married and they recorded their marriage using a blockchain application, and they tweeted this thing that our marriage have now been registered on blockchain, and blockchain nothing can be deleted. तो उन्होंने एक तरह से they said that हम अमर हो गए. So means हमारी शादी अमर हो गई. So now the third definition, also fourth definition. If we simply define blockchain as a distributed, secure log file. So blockchain is a distributed, secure log file. Fifth definition, if we proceed, a sixth definition of Wikipedia. Blockchain is a continuously growing list of records called blocks, which are linked and secured using cryptography. So what is blockchain? List of records, blocks connecting with each other, But all these things at the back end of this connection, security plays a very major role, and that security is given by cryptographic algorithms, which we'll be speaking in a moment. To summarize these definitions of blockchain, what I have summarized with all these definitions and various definition, what is blockchain in my own words? It is a cryptographically secured record of transactions stored on a decentralized network where each block contains various transactions which are approved after complex consensus algorithms, except the last line of complex consensus algorithm. Any doubt I would love to answer. Any doubts? You can use your chat window to ask the doubts or unmute yourself, except the last line, consensus algorithm. Okay. So having said all these things, we have seen what is blockchain. And if no, yeah, clear. Thank you, ma'am. So, and if no doubt, just type a 4 in the chat window. Your answer 4 will
Sir,
mean.
one doubt.
Yeah, please, sir.
Each block contains various transactions. Means
Various
what, sir?
transactions. I'll answer this question, sir. Great. Very rightly asked, sir. A 4 in the chat window means that the definitions are clear. Now, sir, what does it mean is there are different blockchain platforms. A block connects into the chain depending upon the platform which we are using. For example, I said that Himanshu sir has given the land to Aarti ma'am at 5:50 p.m. At the same time, or at 5:51 p.m., some other transaction has also taken place where you have given some land to Jagdish sir. So that both the transactions will be recorded into the same block. It does not mean that every transaction requires a new block. Number of transactions joins in the same block depending upon the platform. Have I made this point clear, sir?
Yes, sir. But I have some
Yeah, please ask.
doubt about the block.
Yeah,
Block.
please.
Block means it determines the size or determines what, sir? Block.
Great. Now the size of the block also depends upon the platform. Now, what do I mean by this platform is, let me give you an example. For example, you are using Windows operating system, or you are using Linux operating system, or you're using Ubuntu. So each operating system has its own characteristics, sir. Similarly, there are different blockchain platforms. For example, Ethereum, which if time permits, we'll be seeing a little bit of it today. Hyperledger, IOTA. Bitcoin is also one of the blockchain platform whose cryptocurrency Bitcoin you must have heard. So in Bitcoin, each block is created after every 10 minutes. Okay, sir. So all the transactions which are taking place in those 10 minutes, they come together into a block. The memory, what you are asking, so block is over here a terminology for the record of those transactions, definitely taking the memory, definitely taking some storage. Right, sir? Okay. Sir has already written on the chat.
Sir, so the time, that is, you said 10 minutes, right? The 10 minutes can be determined by the programmer, sir, that is by the user, or?
No, sir. It depends on the platform. For example, I said that in Bitcoin, every new block is created after 10 minutes.
Okay.
It depends upon the platform, sir. In
Okay, sir.
Ethereum, it
If,
depends
sir,
upon in Ethereum, it
another
depends
one
upon
question,
gas fees,
sir.
but it would be very technical, sir. I would share my video link with you to the SWAM course where these things are explained in detail. But over here, I think it would be
Only one
very
question, sir.
technical. Yeah, please. Please, sir, please.
If within the 10 minutes or some other time,
Hmm.
the memory will exceed
The
or
memory
what, sir?
you
That is
think is not an issue over here. We use an
okay.
interplanetary file system. है ना? The memory
Okay.
concept, I during my definition also I said that many queries would be coming into the mind that what about the storage, what about the redundancy, and what all things are. So memory is something which you can think that in today's scenario in 2024, memory is not a constraint for any one of us. So all
Yes,
these
sir.
technologies, what I said in between before that, why I spoke of cloud computing was one of the reason that if you know cloud computing means if you any idea, anyone having any idea that virtualization is being used, so many things are there with which memory is not a issue. And in blockchain system, a different file structure is used. Though
Fine, sir.
wastage of
Fine,
memory
sir.
is there, wastage of energy is there, wastage of electricity is there, so many shortcomings are there, but still the technology is good.
Fine, sir. Fine, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so we have received certain four on the screen. Okay, so let's proceed further. Now, to proceed further, what I'll do is I'm sharing a link in the chat window. Hope visible on the screen also, but still are. Uh, where is my chat gone? Happened. Oh, I opened the chat somewhere. Got. Yes. Now I've shared a link in the chat window. I would request the participants to please click on this link. The same is visible on the screen also, I hope. Once clicked, opened, then write a 5 on the chat that you have opened the link. Great, great, great. So we have got certain responses. More number of responses motivates me to move further. Okay. Now, see, we were speaking of certain terminologies that blockchain makes the data secure. How does it makes it secure? How does it doing all these things? So it is doing all this thing. One of the thing which it is using, we said cryptographic algorithm. So that cryptographic algorithm, which is used by majority of the platform, is SHA-256, secure hash algorithm 256. Over here, the 256 means the output is of 256 bits. The output is of 256 bits. The screen which I've shared with you, just type something on the input where data and observe the output.
Where can we see the output, sir?
The hash field, sir. Okay, let me write something. You see that hash is changing. The screen is visible, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I am
The
getting.
hash. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Nice.
Now just type something on this on your window. Whatever we are writing over here, the hash is changing. The hash is of the output, means this is an algorithm. We are inputting something and it is encrypted. You can say it is hashed and the output is 256 bit. The beauty of this hashing algorithm is that even a small change, ये तो मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा change कर रहा हूँ, even a small change. For example, hi, how are you? I have written. The output is this. I simply remove this U and replace it with V. You can see that the output changes drastically. There is no similarity between the two outputs. You can observe this thing on your own screen by typing something and changing it. By typing something and changing it.
And
That
also,
there is
sorry,
no
I'm interrupting,
similarity.
Mayank.
Yeah, please.
Hi, I'm Dr. Raj. And also, you won't get the same hash function 256-bit when you type U again or maybe V again. So every time you'll get a new hash 256.
No, sir. Every time you will get the same output.
No, it will be 256-bit, but if you type U again, the hash will be the same.
Yes, sir, it would be the same. Let's try. See, it is a simple algorithm which takes an input and gives an output. But for a unique input, the output is unique. You also please
So
try on
for
your screen.
from here, we can deduce that for alphabet U, the hash will be this whenever we'll be typing U.
Yeah. Whenever you will be typing U, the output will be this.
All right. So it can be like if I'll type something like hi, how are you? So it will be
The same
same.
output will be coming for all 200 of us who have connected. Means entire world. But is अगर हम 200 के 200 open करें and we all type NIT in same caps lock or small letters, means if typed in the same manner, the output will be unique. For each unique input, the output is unique, sir.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. I've shared the link. Just try with this link.
So only this SHA 256 hash will be used here, or some other DSA or some other algorithm will also be
One of the
applicable.
algorithm which is widely used in different platforms. And
RSA or any other.
so there are various encryption algorithms we use in blockchain. Hashing algorithm is used, and this is the algorithm which is widely used.
Yeah, that is true. But my question is, any other RSA or some other algorithms can also be used here.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any other query? No? Okay. So let's proceed further. Now just click on the second link, which you can see on the screen. I'm sharing on the chat also. Just go through the second link. Now, what is this second link is? Now, this link, see this website which I shared with you, this is a GUI developed by Anders Brown just to depict and make little bit of more understanding of blockchain. Not actual actual blockchain platform नहीं है ये. This is not an actual blockchain platform. This is just to give you a GUI representation of the thing which we are studying. Now, this second link depicts what a block is about. It is not describing the entire features of the block, not all the fields of the block, but some of the fields of the block are there. It takes the block number. Second field is nonce. We will speak on it afterwards if time permits. This is a random unique number. generated by the platform itself. I'm repeating, random unique number generated by the platform itself, and on different platform this nonce differs its use case. Okay. The third is the data which you are storing. For example, Himanshu sir sold the land to the ma'am. On the time stamping is a different feature. We are not writing the timestamp on the data. Timestamp comes automatically. Okay. And the hash is generated. Now this hash in the block depends on block number, the nonce, and the data. Why this example I've shown to you, that these three things together now goes in the input. If I change the nonce, you can see the hash will change. So these three things goes in the input of that algorithm, and we get the hash of the block this time. In the previous example, we saw what is hashing. In the second example, we have seen what a block looks like and how does it become secure, because it is taking input three different things. One is the data, which Rajkumar sir can say that it is generating a unique data so it can breach the security. But over here, it is not only taking the data to generate the hash, it is also taking the nonce which is randomly generated by the system, which we do not know, which no one knows. It is randomly generated by the platform and it is a unique number generated by the platform. So it is taking that nonce also, and this nonce adds on to the security feature of blockchain. Okay, so everything is secured. I have my personal data. Definitely, sir. If you keep internet disconnected, everything disconnected, then everything is secure in your computer. Definitely, sir. This was the example of the block. I would request you to please open this link and try this link for a moment. We'll wait for 2 minutes. In this 2 minutes, you can please try this link. And in case of any query,
And also,
you can ask the query.
sir, if I change the block number, the hash value is also changing, sir.
So this I said, but uh, in practice, block number we cannot change. It depends upon the system. Over here, we can change anything because we are just seeing how it is working. In practice, we cannot change.
I think we can relate nonce to, I think, transaction ID. While doing a transaction, a unique transaction ID generates itself. Can we relate that here?
Definitely, sir. Means for our understanding, we can relate it with anything. If we speak on practically, so the definition of the nonce goes differently for, means the use case of nonce goes differently with different platforms. So the common definition is it is a unique random number generated by the platform.
Right. Thank you.
It is there with the block also. It is there with transactions also. Over here, we are seeing only a block. I hope uh, all of you must have tried the second link. Now let's see the third link, blockchain. Now this is the entire blockchain GUI with us. Let me share this link also with you. 7:10. Okay. So last 5-10 minutes with me, then we'll be opening the session for queries. And before we end, we'll share certain things for healthcare also. So this is the third link. Now let me first explain this. This third link, this GUI depicts the entire blockchain structure, not with all the details. This is the first block, having block nonce and data, storing something. The previous field of the first block, hash is 0 over here. and second hash, we call it the hash of the block. Over here, the hash is the address of the block. Mine means the block connects into the chain. So mining is a process which connects the block into the chain. For connecting a block into the chain, it requires complex algorithms, which I wrote in my last definition. Those algorithms are known as consensus algorithms. You can say mutual agreement that whether the block should be written into the chain or not. So we'll not speak on mining algorithms today. I'll be sharing the links with you if you wish to study more for this. Now, the second block contains the hash of the first block in the previous field. If you can just open or see on the screen that the second block previous field is same as the first block hash. So the second block joins with the first block. Over here in linked list, the previous node was connected with the next node. Over here, the next is connecting with the previous. थोड़ा सा change है. इस second block the second block is having the address of the first block in the previous field. When a mine is clicked, it joins with the first block. Now, what security does it gives us? Suppose the chain, the longer the chain becomes, more difficult it is to break the chain. Now, suppose if anyone corrupts this block data, it will not be connected into the chain. Why will it will not be connected into the chain? Because the hash value will change. So the third block will not be connected into with the second block then. The hash will change and it will not be able to connect the block into the chain. So this block will be of no use. So this is the third point or one of the point which makes this blockchain secure. Any queries? So try with this third link. I'm stopping the sharing for a moment. I have to open certain other thing. So I will stop sharing for a moment. In case of any query, do ask through your chat window. Let me close this thing also. Yeah. Any queries? Now, in the chat window, I have shared with you my entire course on YouTube. It is also available on SWAM portal, swam.gov.in. If you log in into this portal and just search with blockchain, you will find this course on the SWAM portal. This is the entire course on blockchain, which covers with how you can develop your application in blockchain. If you are interested with it, you can go with it. Now I'll share the screen and show you the healthcare paper with you, one of our papers. We have got uh, okay, this is, I hope, yeah. Now this is one of the paper where we have developed a blockchain based system. We called it My Easy Healthcare for securing the records on a blockchain based system. If you just this is an open access general available for free download. Security and services is the name. Security privacy is the name of that general. And if you go through that paper, you will find various references which tells about the use of blockchain in health industry. Just to brief about it, what we did was that to keep the records, the health records of the patients confidential, we developed a system using an Ethereum platform, and we used a model, and the uniqueness of the model was the doctor patient relationship, that how a doctor is assigned to a patient and what doctors can see and how the records of the patients can be made secure. So a three-level security structure was there, and authorization feature was there. So there were different models which were already there and which were having certain shortcomings. So we removed those shortcomings. And in the third paper of, means in the another paper of this extension of this work that is also published, it is in press. If you'll, I'll share that link also with you on the chat window. That paper deals with the modification of this. When we write the code, there are certain bugs, and that code over here is known as a smart contract in Ethereum. So these are the different algorithms to record different data of the patients, and these algorithms were written into a blockchain platform, Ethereum. And in the another paper, we improve the working of those smart contract, because blockchain has an issue that the efficiency and the costing becomes an issue in real life. So to decrease that costing, we have to write an efficient smart contract, which is in another field of research. Those of you who is due to the research work in blockchain field, that how you can write efficient smart contracts. So another paper, if you search on internet, you will find in it, and the details of the papers are also there on my website, and the website link is I'm sharing on over here. You can find the papers on the website also. In health industry, blockchain is widely used. For example, during COVID, PP kits and things doctors were wearing, but we do not know the transport of those PP kits were done in a safe manner or not, or whether it came into contact with some COVID patient or not. Similarly, for vaccines, blockchain is being used, that so much amount of temperature has to be maintained for that vaccine to be effective. But actual transportation, when it is taking place, whether that temperature was maintained or not. So all these transactions are being recorded in blockchain. A very good example I would like to share with you. All of us nowadays are very health conscious, and this FDP is basically for health. So we keep on speaking about organic food and all, but we do not know whether uh, the food which we are eating is definitely a organic food or not. So this is one of the application. If you'll Google it, IBM Food Trust, I'm typing on the chat window, and I'm going little fast because only 5 minutes are left with me. Uh, so this is one of the application. If you just type in Google IBM Food Trust, so you will find that how blockchain has been used in food industry, and how blockchain has been used by IBM in the food industry to build trust among the users. Now, when you buy something, you find a QR code, and this QR code, if you scan the QR code, it tells the process that how the things have been developed. So this is one of the concept which is taken by building trust from the users, and this concept has been taken by blockchain only. If you think Uber is hiring something and it is providing the shared rides, so these shared rides are the concepts of cloud computing. So life is related with computer science. Whatever you find in real life, that is implemented in computer science in some technology. And to end with it, blockchain is not a new technology. All these things existed before, but in 2008, Bitcoin was came into existence, which gave it a new shape. And in 2018, we have entered into the era of where blockchain is being used for different applications. Initially, blockchain was only used for transaction of cryptocurrencies. Now we are living in an era where blockchain are used for different applications. And if you'll go through this website, ethereum.org, I would say that it is an ocean for learning of Ethereum. You will find all the resources of learning of Ethereum. In addition, mm, uh, all the resources are there with you if internet is there with you. Now, platform is open for any queries if there. And before I and I would also like to share one more thing with you all. In the meantime, the platform is open for queries.
Sir, one
Yeah,
question,
please.
sir.
Yeah, please.
Okay, sir. I will see your YouTube link as well as your Swayam portal
Definitely.
to know all the details about the blockchain.
Definitely.
Before that, I
Definitely.
have one question. In
Please.
which programming language we can write this type of programs, sir?
Very sorry, I forgot to answer this. See, nowadays Python is widely used, but for Ethereum, if we use that platform, it officially suggests Solidity and Serpent. So in my videos, we have given the codes of Solidity and how to write it. We have also tried to explain this thing, that how Solidity language is used. But Python is also widely used. There are other ways to develop the code using Python. But in our videos, we have shared only the codes with Solidity. But you can do it Python also. And another thing, different platforms provide diff supports different languages, because there are large number of platforms which are available, and on different platforms even C language is used by many platforms to write the code. I have shared one more link with you. This is the ATAL FDP which we are going to organize with the support of AICT from 3rd February till 5th of February. And this FDP is a hands-on FDP giving insights about Google Colab and IBM Watson, a tool of IBM for generative AI Watson X, and free access to IBM Cloud for all the participants for 365 days will be given, and a hands-on session on Google Colab will be there. So if any one of you are interested, you can join this FDP. All of you know how to search an FDP in an ATAL FDP. Dates are 3rd to 8th of February, and I've shared this thing on the chat also, and details are there on our website also. On our university website also it is given. So I've shared the link of the university website also. You can easily find from university website if you miss this chat. Any other query? Okay. So thank you all for your patience and for the responses in between. These responses was definitely motivated me, and they also helped you in a way to move your fingers, a little bit of exercise in this online mode. We were sitting for 2 hours. So that's all from my side. Thank you all once again. I'm very much thankful to Shelly ma'am who has provided this opportunity to me, to entire NIT fraternity. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for having such an elaborative session where you showed us with the demo of, and you simplified the blockchain concept to such a level that I hope all the participants will be benefited through this particular talk, especially the demonstration that you gave and the examples that you gave were really interesting, and all of the participants will be benefited. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. Now participants will be starting with the next session in another 5 minutes. So our speaker will join us. I would just, Vikas, can you please stop the recording?